Hi traders, it's Chris here from the tradingmentors.com. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It is Thursday, the 2nd of November. There's no daily video analysis today. I will do a little bit, but the markets are absolutely dead as we wait the non-farm payroll figures tomorrow, and then we'll start seeing the markets liven up. There's very little volume in the market. So what I'm going to do this afternoon is talk about swing trading. Now you should by now understand what break of structure is boss. You should know what change of character is chock. So that's what we use for continuation of trends. But what I'm going to focus on is swing trading, pure swing trading, and I'll go over it now with you. Now the US Canadian is parabolic to the upside. Euro yen is parabolic. New Zealand yen is parabolic. Pound Canadian is parabolic. So they're the ones that you want to focus on in an ideal world, because they are moving higher and higher, achieving higher highs, higher lows, etc. So this is the US Canadian on a 4-hour time frame. Let's get rid of that. And what we use here is the advanced pro charts with the buy and sell signals. Buy and sell signals. The buy signal means that the price is achieving higher highs from the previous candle and increasing volume. And of course the opposite applies to a sell. So if you see a sell, then it just means that the candle is achieving lower lows and increase in volume to the downside. Now one of the things to look out for is the 50 EMA. This is a very common indicator to use, and most professionals use this and have used it for donkey's years. I've used it for 40 years. And it's one way to analyze where support is. So what happens is, in the market, the price retests the 50-day moving average. This is this blue line here. Now this one here is, I've used a volume weighted, so it's VWMA 50 with an offset of 10. Now what that tells me is whenever the price goes up here, then crosses up, a golden cross, then of course the price is long, short, and so on and so forth. Now there's a couple of things that happens. I prefer personally a retest of the 50-day moving average. Let me zoom in a bit closer. So this is the retest. Okay, and notice the normal 50-day moving average is above the volume weighted one. And also note here the swing low. So are you buying cheap? Yes, you are. Are you buying low? Yes, you are. Is it retesting the 50 EMA? Yes. Is the 50 EMA above the volume weighted 50? Then that is your conditions and you're just waiting for a buy signal. I'll show you some other great examples of this. So this would have been something like this. Your stop would have been below the blue line and you'd have 2-to-1 risk to reward. Okay, so a nice 120 odd pips there. Now let me show you the New Zealand yen, which was parabolic a few weeks ago, wasn't it, if you remember, along with the Swiss yen and a couple of others which we traded. And let me just show you this, which is interesting. So this was the golden cross to the upside. There's the break of structure. So I've taken the tools off which confirms the break of structure and the change of character, okay, to specifically focus on the swing lows and swing highs. So what you don't want to do, okay, you don't want to buy here. Notice that the stochastic is high. You don't want to be buying high. If you buy here, your stop's got to be right down here and the risk to reward is all over the place. So you don't want to buy here. 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 So you only in an uptrend want to buy low. So you have to wait for the price to pull back into a swing. So So there's your swing and a retest of the 50 EMA, and it's above the blue line. Tick that box. And are you buying low? Yes, you are. Okay, your stop is below the blue line, the support area that acts as support. So the moving averages, people keep on about them being lagging. There's nothing to do with being lagging. They are your support line. That's how you use them. You don't use them to tell you where they're going. You use them for a support line. So now we can see. Now, one of the things that does happen during the swing lows and swings highs, I prefer to see the swing right back into the 50 EMA. So we can see we've got the golden cross here, or the death cross here, and the price has moved up. That is where you want to sell. Sell. Don't sell here. Don't sell here. Don't sell here. Now this did not retest the 50 EMA, but was a valid sell. If you prefer to wait for the 50 to be retested, then that would have been a valid sell, wouldn't it? So that would have got you 87, 73, so it's almost 100 pips there. But obviously that big one there is a lot more. So now we can see that I'll go through each pair that is parabolic trends are intact, and then we can look at to see where we're going to enter on a swing trade if that's what you want to do. So this is the New Zealand yen, just gone parabolic to the upside along with the euro yen. So remember, if you're swing trading, you don't want to be buying here. Okay, so what's likely to happen in the next few days, probably not today, maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday, you're going to see the price come down to the 50 EMA. The 50 EMA will catch up with the price and then get retested, and you're likely to get a much bigger move. And the target, just look left. All right, so let's have a look at a few more. Let's look at the euro yen. So this is being tested a few times, hasn't it? Notice here. One there, one there. That coming quite deep because of the low volumes there, but that's not quite ready, is it? As you can see, the stochastic has to be down here to be valid. So like this. So like this. So what the market is telling you, the price has gone too far down in this instance and has to rebound like an elastic band. And as we can see from this information here, we're looking at ultra low volumes, by the way, which doesn't help us. But this just indicates to me that the price has to move back down again into an oversold situation and retest the 50 EMA. Okay, into that support area again, I think. But time will tell, of course. Let's look at a few more. Aussie Swiss we've had in the last few weeks, haven't we? Congratulations, members. If you're a member, if you're not a member, join. It's great fun. That's the first thing. So let's just highlight a few points here. Test of the 50 EMA. Overbought stochastic. Price can only go one way. This one doesn't quite test the 50, but goes up towards it, doesn't it? But the stochastic is overbought, so it can only go one way. Now, of course, now we've got the situation where the price has changed direction, which is great. But don't worry about missing out on this move if you're not in it. I know some of my people on the signal room are in it. But there will become another trading opportunity as the price pushes back down in the next few days and then goes up to target somewhere around there. Okay, so don't worry if you've missed out and you think, oh, I'm not in it, what should I do? Just wait and the price will come back down to the 50 EMA. It often gets tested. Now sometimes it doesn't come down as deep as you want it to. That's just part of trading, but you want to make sure that in an uptrend the stochastic is oversold. Oversold there. We've got a funny shape there. So somewhere around there. Yeah. And what can happen, you might not get the pullback from the price. The price might just go sideways for a while. But what happens is the stochastic pulls down to tell you that the price has gone far enough. So it might not come down and test the 50 EMA. But in an ideal world, it probably will. And then you're in, and then you just wait for the buy or the sell signal, which are automatically generated on your chart on the Advanced Pro charts. Bitcoin is long, it's parabolic to the upside, and congratulations if you had the 5,000 pips on Bitcoin a few weeks ago. This one is a good example of a swing low, but it didn't retest the 50 EMA, so you have to make a decision. The stochastic's oversold, and this is a very good example of the price doing nothing, but the stochastic is telling you that it's getting ready to rebound. Okay, so it doesn't have to test the 50-day moving average. In an ideal world it would, and it's quite common that it would, but at the moment we can see here, we can see this is oversold in an uptrend above the 50 EMA, oversold above the 50 EMA, buy signal generated and a break. Great combination. Not seeing any movement today, but that's okay. And our target is $40,000. So here's the pound Canadian. We're long this on a position trade. It's parabolic. So in other words, it's achieving high highs on all charts, higher lows on all charts. And as you can see, the price has got a golden cross as well. And here's one here. Now to work out your target, just look left. That might not look a lot, that's 122 pips. And 1.5 risk to reward. But here's the deal. Always make sure that you're buying low. Okay, when the price is above and retesting the 50 EMA. So that's one. Here's the most recent swing low in the last few days. This was sent in the signal room. Don't forget to click on the like button if you like what you see, and if you want to subscribe then please do. I often do these updates on YouTube, and I've just done one on pound Aussie. I'll show you that one in a minute. The analysis on the pound Aussie for those interested in doing that. But there's the swing low, retesting the 50 EMA, which we prefer. Tick, tick, and then of course then you've got your buy signal. So I've just done a video on the pound Aussie on a 2-hour time frame, just doing the technical analysis, the trend lines, etc. But this obviously is a swing trading coaching video, so let's just do this. So we can see here, this is what you're looking for in an ideal world: the 50 EMA to be retested. Check. The stochastic to be overbought in a downtrend. Check. And then you wait for the sell signal, and your chart will go red as well. So that's the candles will go automatically red. So that's your trade there. So how many pips is that? From about there to there, 214 pips. So nice. On the 4-hour chart it works really well because as a position trader that's my preference. I don't really want to be spending too much time on the charts. So we can see from this live 189.41 we can see that we don't want to be buying this, selling this now. We don't sell it here, don't sell it here, don't sell it here, and so on. We sell it here if it's in a downtrend and below the 50 EMA. This is the pound New Zealand. It's no longer parabolic, by the way, on the daily chart, so it's not relevant, but nonetheless a good exercise is to ensure that when you get the swing low is to buy at the right time. Here, here, possible one here, but it's now given way. So what's likely to happen, price is retested a 50-day moving average, gone up to the previous high, which is quite common by the way, and then it's found that it doesn't want to go up anymore. So in this instance what you're looking for is a retest of the 50-day moving average about there before it moves back down to there. So you want to be selling here once it pulls back. So let's just quickly go through the parabolic trends. Euro Aussie to the downside, pound Aussie to the downside, New Zealand Canadian to the upside. So let's go through them. So we can see from the change in character that the price has previously gone up 257 pips there, 213 pips there. Just look to your left to get the targets and you can see where the previous high is to work out your targets. Now because the price is broken down, we've got a death cross. Death cross just means it's in a downtrend now. So again, just a reminder, don't sell here. You're going to be selling here. And if the downtrend is going to continue, you're going to get fantastic risk to reward. Now the pound Aussie and the Euro Aussie do the same thing. So pick one, don't trade two, don't risk double. Especially if you're starting out on a prop account for the first time, maybe you're going through phase 1 and phase 2. This is a fantastic way to trade with very high risk to reward. So you're going to risk very little to actually get a nice big fat reward. So here's the pound Aussie. Again, do not sell here. Wait for the pullback and then sell here. Once more, the New Zealand Canadian is parabolic to the upside in an uptrend. So wait for the price to pull back down to somewhere like this. It might not pull back down that far, but retest the 50-day moving average. Do not buy here. Please don't buy here. Wait for the pullback and then your target is look left. Aussie Swiss, a similar situation, of course. The Canadian Swiss, the Euro Swiss, the pound Swiss were doing similar things, but this is parabolic. Aussie Swiss to the upside, a pullback is highly likely down to about here. We can put an alert and I'll throw that into the VIP room for members when it's ready. Pound Canadian, still parabolic obviously. It's just coming back to this one and we can see now it's getting ready for another potential buy. We don't have a sell signal. What that means basically, it's not pulled down far enough. So if we get a sell signal like this, that's good news because it means that the next thing is that the pullback on the 50-day movement is going to create another buying opportunity here. We're going to see another position to the upside and I will be buying it. New Zealand yen, wait to pull back down to the 50 and then buy. Don't buy now. Euro yen, This is getting ready to move higher, but I'm not convinced at this stage. It's not retested a 50 EMA. It's not oversold. US Canadian. This is now retesting the 50 EMA. So this is a potential, but it's not. We've got a sell signal, so we await the buy signal. If it goes, then I'll be in it, and I will put that in the signal room. Again, Bitcoin, we're not seeing any movement here clearly, so any kind of pullback we'd be going long again in the next few days. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you after 1:30 tomorrow, after the non-farm payroll news, where we should see some nice moves.